Welcome back to another riveting episode of Avion Awesome, everyone. Today is my last day with family. I have now been here for roughly about 2 weeks. Been spending time, been seeing everybody, been trying to get as much family time in as possible, but now it is time for me to start heading south. It's another wonderfully chilly day. And 33 degrees outside, man, I am done. All the leaves are falling outside. It is just crazy. So I'm pretty sure I showed you you guys these before. These are those Plano boxes that I'm using to like organize supplies and stuff like that. That way, if I want to use the truck, I can just, you know, grab them all out and throw them in here in the camper. And that's what I'm using to organize the supplies. So, like, I'm trying to do it piece by piece. I'm trying to, like, get some of the stuff organized, like, maybe, like, RV supplies, and then, like, my tools, and, I don't know, just whatever. So, I got 6 of them, and so far, I think they're going to work out really good. I haven't showed you guys this thing yet. I really need to show you all. Why not? I'll just tell you all right now. So, I took the mattress, because these were both beds, obviously, and I removed the mattress and I got some of that 2-inch foam, and I basically took some automotive carpet, some black automotive carpet, and covered it. It's still functional as like a flat surface, but I split it in 2 so it's easier to move. So you can just lift one side up so you can see how there's the foam underneath, and I just wrapped it with the carpet. So this foam is very, very dense. Like, you can sit on it, stand on it, walk on it, but it's not very heavy. So, you know, it's not like putting a sheet of wood, because originally I thought, yeah, maybe I'll just take like a sheet of maple and make it look real nice or whatever. But I mean, this black, I mean you can't really even tell it's, you know, I mean, it does. It looks nice. So not only does it look nice, but it's also very, very lightweight. And once again, in a camper, you have to do it that way. So I added the batteries down there, so that added a lot of weight right there. So if I'm going to have all that weight right there, I figured, you know what? Let me lose the 40-pound mattress, just get that out of here, and I'll just make this area kind of like my flex space. So if I need to set stuff over here, if I need to set some of my photography equipment, any of the stuff that I need, like my Segway, any of the stuff I need to kind of flex space this with, perfect. I can only sleep in one bed at a time, so it just didn't make sense to carry around the weight of a mattress when this is so much more functional for me. So today is going to be a very, very busy day. I have to get all of my bearings repacked, and because this is a 41-year-old camper, I have no idea what kind of bearings they used on these axles. So we have to actually remove a set first and then go find replacements today. So I've got my buddy Bo. He's going to come down and help me out with that today. This is a dual axle camper, so I have to remove 4 tires, and that also means I have to go get 4 sets of new bearings. So as soon as we start getting that done, I'll be able to run to the store, grab the new bearings, because I even tried asking in RV places, like, can you look up what type of axles they put on this particular camper via the VIN number? He's like, no, can't even do it. So I was all like, alright, I guess I'll just grab some and come over tomorrow. You even gonna be open? He's like, yeah, we'll be open from like 9 till 2. I was like, well, I guess that's better than nothing. I guess I'll just get my ass to work as soon as my eyes pop open. So anyway, boys and girls, that's the plan for today. I need to get my stuff organized, do a last look through to make sure that I'm not dragging around any dead weight. I mean, there's no point in hauling a bunch of stuff that you absolutely don't need. While I would love to sit here and just chit-chat all day with you, I just can't do it today. Today's moving day. Okay, so we are changing out these bearings, and these, believe it or not, according to him, he says these are factory 41-year-old seals and bearings.
Guarantee you they are.
That is crazy.
I can see this. That actually. So I brought my chisels. You usually have to drive this out.
So they're still in good shape then overall.
Yep. This needs seals.
So I need to go buy some seals.
I mean, it's still pretty pliable. You can tell.
Yeah.
But definitely need seals, because all of this will get cleaned out. Put the bearing in, then you put the new seal in.
Okay.
You know, all the races are real good. That's your bearing race. That's what your bearing rod's on the inside. This little bearing. This bearing Goes in here on the race, just like so.
Gotcha. But that doesn't. But so the inner bearings didn't have any scoring or anything either.
Nope. See how they're one color.
I cannot believe that those are 41 years old and they are still in that good a shape. So it looks like we might swap out these shocks though and get us some brand new ones. And we're also going to check out the electric brakes on this thing as well.
Your brake pads still look really good. There's still quite a bit of brake pad on them.
So the brake pads are good?
Yep.
Man, I'm getting off so easy today.
You are, dude. I'm telling you.
Because I thought for sure I was going to be like $200-300 in the hole after today.
Yeah, dude, that spindle, none of that stuff is discolored or anything. They've never been heated up. At least this one hasn't anyway.
Man, that is excellent news. I'm about to crap in my drawers.
Yeah, because I brought some anti-seize, which these have got some on them. Some of them do. See that gray stuff?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's gray anti-seize, so they don't seize up on you.
I am just ecstatic, honestly. But I gotta be honest, people. This is the reason why I wanted one of these older style campers. This is when they actually used to give a crap about how long their products lasted instead of just always trying to get you to buy something and then having you buy something brand new in 5 or 10 years and swap it out.
It's all clean. It's really clean for as old as it is.
That is awesome. I am so excited. Like I said, man, I thought for sure today was going to be at least a $200 to $300 day. So
yep.
It looks like we might get off with maybe just maybe 50 to 100 yep. for some shocks and stuff.
Yep, a couple $100 probably.
Fantastic. But yeah, so a lot of the stuff that you'll buy today, like, it's just not made to last this long. This is when manufacturers used to take a lot of pride in their work. And when I started looking for a camper, it was always in the back of my mind, it was going to be a vintage camper. It was going to be something way back in the day that was super easy to work on, all mechanically sound, and easily serviceable. Because a lot of this newer stuff, man, it's made with particle board or MDF foam. It's just not made to last. Like, every cabinet in there is hardwood. This is all aluminum. Both inner skin and outer skin is aluminum. It's got all aluminum ribs. I mean, this thing is it's 41, and you're not really going to find even 5-year-old campers that are in this good a shape. I mean, it's just nuts. So that's the reason I went vintage. That's the reason I wanted vintage. I absolutely did not want a new camper whatsoever. It may be a little bit smaller. Most people, oh, it doesn't have all the amenities. Yeah, but this son of a bitch is going to be on the road long after yours is. So we worked pretty much through the entire afternoon. If it hadn't been for Bo, there's no way I would have gotten this done. I am not mechanically savvy whatsoever, so it was a truly awesome thing for him to come down and help me out with this project. But I did manage to record the entire thing, so I learned a lot, and I've got it all recorded now so that if I ever need to know how to do it in the future, I can always go back and reference it. And on top of everything else that we ended up doing today, I ended up having to go get a new house battery. This battery was completely dead. It was all the way down to like 7.4 volts, and I couldn't bring it back up, which doesn't make any sense to me because whenever I'm plugged into shore power, the converter automatically turns on and begins to recharge this house battery. So yeah, I'm not for sure how that would do it. So the only explanation we could come up with is maybe it had a bad cell or something in it. I mean, no battery that's constantly connected to a power source, unless it's just faulty, should be that low in voltage. I also got an opportunity to try out my brand new ladder here. It's one of those telescoping ladders. This thing is honestly pretty daggone awesome. This is the brand that I picked up. It's called Ohuhu. So if you want an Ohuhu, this thing is actually very thick. Okay, so when you look at it online, it doesn't look like these would be very sturdy, right? But I mean, like, I got medium-sized hands. I mean, this is a very, very thick leg. And this whole thing feels extremely sturdy. I don't know if it is. I mean, these little bitty grub nuts do not inspire a whole lot of confidence, but I mean, the locking and unlocking mechanism on this thing is awesome. All you have to do is unlock one set and then push these in, both of them, you push them both in, and this whole thing has like some sort of like piston system in it, and it just goes psst, 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 and it comes all the way down all by itself. So let me take you up to the roof and show you what I was doing up here. So what I did is I took some of this VHB tape, not VHB, the Eternabond tape. So I've got VHB tape underneath, and then I put die-core in the hole, drilled down these screws, put die-core on the top of the head, and now I've got this Eternabond tape on top. So, whoa, he just let the trailer down. So these things aren't going anywhere, man. I mean, these things are on there good and snug. So 2 bolts, I mean, and they're like long self-tapping screws that go down in there with the die core in the hole, the VHB tape underneath the bracket, and then the Eternabond on top. So I am triple checked on this thing. I did them to that. I managed to get the other side. I'm gonna have to put the other ones off until probably tomorrow. I'm losing light too fast, so I've got to do them on those 2 and the other side as well. And last but not least, I'm trying to organize all of my tools, and I got this new thing from Amazon. It's pretty daggone cool. It's got both a top side and a bottom side for all of your little, you know, knickknacks, bits and bobs and things and suches and whatnot. So you can put all that in there. Keeps it all nice and contained. This thing actually went on top of my toolbox, but these hinges are trash. So I don't know what brand this is. I'll just tell you. It's the Master Pro Keeter 26-inch toolbox. The toolbox, I mean, it holds tools or whatever, but this thing is just, it's garbage. So I've been sorting everything into these boxes, basically trying to consolidate everything. So I'll have like tools in one, RV supplies in another, you know, oil and fluids in another. And having all of these things in the bed of the truck and having everything nice and organized like that, it keeps all of my cargo from shifting around in the bed. So you put one of them there, and then 3 across the back. Nothing is going to be sliding around. It is absolutely perfect for this 5.5 foot bed Dodge 1500. Well, the day is finally over, and it has been quite a long one. I've been up since 5 a.m. It is now 8:44, and really I still have a lot of extra organizing to do. Aside from all that, I think that for the most part, I am definitely road ready. I was able to get the bearings packed, and as a matter of fact, everything on the bearings was 100% original, and it still worked. It was great. It was fantastic. Like, it had absolutely no heat marks. It had no scoring whatsoever on those bearings. Everything just looked great. So I was super duper thankful for that, because I really did think that I was going to end up spending a lot more money today than I actually did. I mean, come to find out, you know, with the house battery going dead, instead of spending money on bearings and seals, I ended up just having to buy a new battery. But I did go ahead and buy a spare bearing set just in case. She's roadworthy, and all of my shocks still worked great, which I'm also thankful for. So I will probably try and maybe get those swapped out maybe within the next 3 to 6 months, you know, just to have some new ones on there, just to feel a little bit more comfortable with them. But all of them still had really strong piston action, so I'm overall, I'm shocked and ecstatic at the exact same time that all that stuff did not even need replacing. At any rate, I'm going to call it a night, boys and girls. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Happen to enjoy the video, and you know, stay caught up and see what sort of interesting things I get caught up in, you know? Alright guys, y'all have a great evening. I will see you guys again on the next one. Peace.